You did say you are doing a program, right? So are you going to start doing classes on that?
Yeah. So it's the Underdogs program. Basically, I'm going on a tour where I'm going city to city and just raise awareness on the Underdogs program. And really it's going to be about, skills training, understanding, financial literacy, understanding proper, nutrition and health and exercise, things like that, that a lot of people don't get. They just, you if you don't know, you just go what your mama was doing, So it's like sometimes we need to understand extra things that you might not be taught in your household, or if fatherless sons need those fatherly figures or these brotherly figures, to be inspired by. So these type of things, it's definitely an uphill battle, but we stay focused and think we can get somewhere.
James says that extra 500 is not happening, and they are not out here trying to help these homeless people. Even the correct services like non-emergency hotlines aren't trying to do their jobs for the homeless. He says he's called them numerous of times for all over Oakland. It's their job, it's the city's job, and the people who are supposed to be doing this do not care.
I mean, that's facts. You're dealing with you got to look at our homicide rate. I mean, homeless, at least they living. You got to look at how many people getting killed in Oakland every single day right now. Yeah. So it's a big problem. It's a big problem from, people don't, it's like if people are not making money off you, they don't need you. You know what I mean? And it's like, the prison system was designed to make money off inmates and over-sentence people to, so it's not a capital move. It's a capitalistic society. So if you don't, they're not going to care. You know what I mean? Those people at those, a lot of times in those high positions, they just have a job. They just go to a job every day and they just got their own family. And they're not really necessarily always going to be worse. So it's like, it needs to be something, it needs to be something. I mean, there's so many problems, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Then they should not have that job. If they're just going to sit in a chair every day and get paid and go home and not do what they're supposed to do, they should not have that job.
I agree, but who's gonna take it from them? What if they boss is doing the same thing? You know what I mean? It's it's unfortunate that people should be really running the program, but we all know that everybody's scratching each other's backs in politics and politics, and I mean, you got to look at all of that and know that it's not here to be fair. It never was fair, and that's the cold part about it, man. I like to just always think everything like positive, but we all know and we see it time after time. So it kind of keep you losing faith. It's like dog training. You don't reward that dog, they're not gonna expect no reward. They're not gonna get that, hope that something good is gonna come out. It just, so yeah, we gotta start at the bottom, man, and really, like the brother Ray says, unlearn and relearn, and and then the drug problems and then the mental health stuff, that's a lot of times people on the streets because they mentally checked out. I have an older brother that's paranoid schizophrenic, and he stayed with my brother's mom. He's 40-some years old, and if you don't have nobody to do that, you're gonna be in the streets. You start doing it's a lot, man. You talk to some of them folks, out there, Adeline or San Pablo or in the back streets of Wood Street and all that, man. They got a whole story, but it's mental health and drugs, man, and man, it's just a lot, lack of education, lack of poverty, man.